Okay, are you able to see the presentation? Hare Krishna.
Yes, yes. It's
Yes,
visible.
thank you. So thank you again for staying on the call. So what we are discussing about the qualities of a Brahmana and the qualities of a Kshatriya. Kshatriya were dependent upon the Vedic injunctions given by the Brahmanas. Like we are discussing about the Parashurama incident. So where the Parashurama was going on a spree to kill all the bad Kshatriyas. So he passed for 350 times that Ayodhya. So each and every time he was before he was to come to Ayodhya, Dasharatha was consulting the Vasishtha and saying, Parashurama is going on the spree, and he is not going to listen to anybody who is going to talk. Who goes before him are sure to die. So what should be done? What should we do? What should I do? If I go, he will kill me. So Vasishtha said that if Parashurama doesn't kill any Kshatriya who is undergoing marriage. When the Kshatriya is getting married or he is marrying anybody, Parashurama would not kill that Kshatriya. He would leave. So every time Parashurama used to come to the Ayodhya, Dasharatha was getting married. Here he married for 350 times. This nobody knows it, but he married three. Not only for sense enjoyment. So this marriage was as an alliance to another kingdom. Next, he is an able king. He is a very able king, a noble king. So, in order to save him from dying, he married 350 times. Of this, 3 are most prominent. So, in movies and everywhere, you will see that Dasharatha has only three queens, but he has 350 queens. And also that Dasharatha, he had many sons. It's not that he is lacking for any offspring or any male child, but he wanted an able child, able son. All the sons which Dasharatha had are not up to the level of Dasharatha. They are not so much inclined towards that Vedic injunctions. So he wanted a son who can rule the entire world like a father. The king should be like a father to them. So Dasharatha was more anxious about that particular son. So he did yajnas, and he could get Lord Rama as his son. There cannot be no person more than Lord Rama. So these are the details you will know when you read Shastras. So these Parikshit Maharaj was very dear to these Brahmanas. He is a devotee of Krishna. We received Namo Brahmanaya Devaya Go Pranam Hichaicha. Shailaja Mataji was asking, if Parashurama was an incarnation of Vishnu, then how could he do such an act? See, Parashurama is a Vishnu avatar. To establish righteousness, he has taken the avatar of Parashurama. At that time, there were many selfish Kshatriyas. So he took a vow that he will kill all the Kshatriyas. He will wipe out of all the Kshatriyas. There is a reason behind everything. There is a reason. The act of the Kshatriya, the act of Parashurama doing that is linked to Dasharatha getting married and getting a son, Rama as son. So that entire vision you have to see. If you see only this up to particular actor, you will not understand. You will see that Parashurama is only killing. But in this act also, he is performing the righteous act by installing some fear in Dashratha. Then Dashratha created alliances with other kingdom, and kingdom is increased, and that led to the birth of Rama. That in that way you should see that should be our open-mindedness. Did I answer your question, Mataji?
Yeah, Guruji.
Okay. So did he Parikshit was an, we see that Namo Brahmana Devaya Go Brahman Hitaya. That who Krishna loves Go and Brahmanas. So kings were supposed to be the representatives of God. So in order for Krishna to execute his activities in this material world, he has given the scriptures. But who will understand the scriptures and implement it? He sends his representatives. So Brahmanas were the persons who try to understand this Vedic knowledge, and Kshatriyas will implement this in their administration. So Kshatriyas are supposed to be more taking care of these Brahmanas. But over the course of time, this entire Varnashrama system got collapsed because of the selfish motives, and this Brahmanas has deviated and Kshatriyas got deviated. Kshatriyas, in order to get their power, has forgotten these Brahmanas. And Brahmanas, in order to sustain their livelihood, actually Brahmanas were not supposed to earn money. They have to live on the mercy of God. So if you give 1 crore to a Brahmana, will he enjoy this 1 crore? No. He will put in the hundi and go for bhikshu in the next day. Brahmanas were supposed to be dependent entirely on the Krishna or Supreme Personality of Godhead. But nowadays, what is happening with Brahmana? Brahmanas are working in MNCs everywhere. A person who is understanding a Brahmagyan and imparting to others the Brahmagyan is a qualified Brahmana. Brahmana is not by the birth, by the quality. Krishna says this is by the quality, guna, not by the birth. Yes, we can say that we are a Brahmana or a Kshatriya, but we are not actual Kshatriya. Shastras say you are a Brahma Bandhu or a Kshatriya Bandhu or Sudra Bandhu. We are related to Brahmanas, we are related to Kshatriyas, but we are not ourselves Brahmanas or Kshatriyas. So he was protecting this Vedic knowledge by protecting these Brahmanas who are intelligent. As a king, he was responsible for all the living beings, not only for in human beings. He was responsible for all the beings. A king should be responsible for every problem which a citizen faces, each and every problem. When Ugrasena was ruling the kingdom, there was a Brahmana. What is happening to this Brahmana? A child is getting born in this Brahmana family. Immediately when a child is born, the child is dead. So what wrong did he do? The Brahmana has not done any wrong. So he is facing some problem of not having the children. So the Brahmana has went to the Ugrasena and said that in this kingdom, I am getting injustice. My children are getting died. There is a problem in your kingdom. That's why my child is dying. And Ugrasena took up the responsibility. Yes, because of my problem, you are all facing it. Now, imagine in present day situation, who is taking responsibility? Is our rulers are taking any responsibility for our inconveniences? They are not ready to take any. But even for such problems, the king were responsible for such problems, and Ugrasena could do justice to the Brahmana. So such is the role of a king. So next is Maharaj Parikshit. Parikshit Maharaj goes to reconquer the planet. You can say already he has ruled the entire. He's ruling the entire planet Earth. Entire Bharatavarsha is his. So why he is going to reconquering? What is the reason behind Parikshit Maharaj going to conquer again? It is his kingdom, and why he is going there? Because he has seen the Kali Yuga, symptoms of Kali Yuga. Parikshit Maharaj knows that he has taken birth during the juncture of Dwapar Yuga and Kali Yuga. And he knows that Kali Yuga is going to come. So he is seeing the symptoms of Kali in his kingdom. So what are the two prominent things that will happen in the Kali Yuga? Can anybody say? We have seen all this in the previous sessions. So what are the two main qualities of a Kali Yuga?
Decreased lifespan
Decreased lifespan. Any other answer?
and immorality and irreligious activities will be more.
Immorality and what you said is correct. Immorality, irreligious. But why this happens? These are the results. So two things that are common in this Kali Yuga are hypocrisy and quarrel. These are the results. What you said is the results of all this hypocrisy and quarrel. See what does hypocrisy means? People doesn't mean what they say. If I say something, I don't mean it. People tend to lie. People tend to lie for everything. So that's why you can see, for the relations to sustain, you need to have a documentation. For two persons have to stay together, documentation is required. Especially you can see in the Western countries, before the marriage happens, when the two men and women agree upon the marriage, before marriage is performed, they agree on the divorce laws. So they'll write a divorce statement. If I am not satisfied with with you, you are supposed to pay me this much amount, and you can leave after so much time. Why are they doing it? Why is the divorce law is coming up? Why such is the situation in the Western countries, and we are also following into that. We are following that tradition as well. People don't trust their partners. Father doesn't trust his son. Recently, in one of the news channels, I especially there was a dispute between father and son on the property issue, and the father killed the son with a hammer. Brutally, he killed him. So why is the situation happening in this? People tend to take lie. Father says, this entire property is yours. I'm servicing it for you. This entire property is for you only. But the son won't believe. You give it writing, put a will. So why is this situation happening? Because of the hypocrisy. And similarly, for petty small things, quarrel happens. If you go out and stare at one person, just smile and stare, immediately quarrel starts. Recent that also happened. Over in the news, one of the news article says, two people brutally fought each other near to death only for 700 rupees. 700 rupees is not a big amount, but even for the small amount, they were quarreling and almost went to the killing each other. That is the nature of the Kali Yuga. And such situations, Parikshit Maharaj was seeing in his kingdom, because this Kali is entering it. So what are the other prominent things which happens during this Kali Yuga is illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, gambling. All this starts in this Kali Yuga, and he could see all this happening in. That's why he took a review of all the kingdom. So he was going everywhere where anything is fine, or wherever the Kali is entering, he was monitoring it. So he was so careful that Kali Purusha, even though he's trying to enter, he is not penetrating much. The Kali, after Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga should start. But Parikshit Maharaj was so capable that Kali was not so properly entering it. Only he has some influence, but he could not progress further. So he saw a black, ugly person was beating the cow. He was beating the cow like anything. So Parikshit Maharaj went on to establish the whole Dharma and everything. And when during this time, when he saw this black person hitting the cow brutally, then he understood that something wrong is happening. The suffering of the cow indicates that bad things are happening. The cow is the backbone of our entire civilization. When this basic cows gets extinct, that human race gets extinct. The entire human civilization is sustained on this cow. It is said when you read Srimadh Bhagavatam, when you go to Prithu Maharaj's story, you can see Prithu Maharaj, the Mother Earth in the form of a cow, telling to Prithu Maharaj, these citizens are so sinful, and killing each other, and they're not bothering about this dharma. Why should I give any grains to them? They are irresponsible citizens. So these grains should be given to only responsible person. If you give your wealth to any irresponsible person, can you trust that irresponsible person? If you have two children, if one person is responsible and another is irresponsible, can you give any important activity to your irresponsible person? Definitely not. Then that's the same thing. Mother Earth in the form of cow is asking Prithu Maharaj. If Mother Earth gets angry because of adharma principles, it doesn't give any grains. When that doesn't give any grains, people will start eating each other. So people starts eating each other. So this in terms of Kali, he was the Parikshit Maharaj was understanding the symptoms of this Kali Purusha who is and trying to enter his kingdom. So after this, in Bhagavatam, there is a beautiful conversation between Dharma and the Mother Earth. So Dharma in the form of a bull is speaking to cow, Bhumi in the form of the cow. Dharma is represented by a bull, Mother Earth is represented by a cow. So there is a beautiful conversation that is happening between this Dharma and cow. This Dharma was literally trying to stand on the one leg. He was literally trying to stand. So what are the four legs of this Dharma? We have already seen the four pillars of Dharma. No meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication. Satyam, Sauchyam, Daya, Tapasya. These are the four pillars of Dharma, broken by these four activities. If you don't follow these four activities, these four pillars of Dharma gets broken. These four pillars of Dharma are nothing but the four legs of the Dharma. The bull represents Dharma, the four legs of the bull represents these four, Satyam, Sauchyam, Daya, Tapasya. But in Kali Yuga, all three are gone except Satyam. But nowadays, this Satyam is also perishing slow by slow. Almost it has perished. Only Satyam is left in Kali Yuga. So this bull was asking this mother, he saw cow crying. If anybody of you have an experience with cows, you will know that how the crying looks like. My Shiksha Guru has a cow farm. He has 50 cows in his farm. And we used to go every second Saturday, we used to go to his farm and spend some time with the cows. There is one cow by name Surabhi there. I literally saw it. When anybody comes to the farm and visits that Surabhi, it starts crying. Immediately it starts pouring. Like a mother seeing her children after so long. Tears drip from the eyes. It is said that cow cries because of two reasons generally. One, after a long time, this person has come to me. Like a mother, it cries. Second, what happens to this person? He is becoming irresponsible. Why he is not serving Krishna? That is why mother cow cries. If you have that experience with the cows, you will know all these things. That's why we have to interact more with the cows. cow are the more backbones. So this cow was crying. So then Dharma, the bull, is asking, it is trying to inquire. Though Dharma knows it, what is happening, it is slowly putting it in conversation. So when we are this also shows how one should converse with other when other is in the pain. So how one should talk to the person who is in the pain. So slowly you will get accustomed to the person by putting certain questions and then asking for the right question. So that's also that's what we can learn also from here. So this Dharma is inquiring, oh good lady, what is the cause of your grief? Are you suffering from some disease, or you thinking some relative who is away in the distant place? So Dharma is asking, do you have any disease? Are you suffering from anything? Or do you recollect your relative who is very far, who is not yet come to you? Are you thinking in that way and crying? Is it for the reason? Is it the reason? There was no answer. So then, next question. Are you lamenting for me because I have lost my legs? Are you in anxiety because henceforth the meat eaters will exploit you? It is saying, are you showing compassion towards me, seeing my pathetic situation, standing on one leg? Are you crying for me? And also it is saying, this is spoken more than 5,000 years back, millions of years back, 5,000 years back, to be more for this, 5,000 years back. So Dharma is saying, are you saying that people in Kali Yuga will exploit you for meat eating? So now you can see, now you can realize, if there are many farmers, there are many persons who are raising the cows. When the cow is stopping to give milk, they are sending these cows to the slaughterhouses. The whole situation is, now the government is thinking whether to put a ban on the cow eating. So what is stopping them? Because they do not know what is the importance of the cow. We do not know what is the importance of the cow, and we can see the cow is being butchered. If the cow feels unhappy, not even a grain falls on it. Diseases, wars, all this happens because mainly the cows are being butchered. So the Dharma is able to foresee what is happening, going to happen. Are you agreed that demigods no longer receive sacrificial offerings, and thus our other dependent living beings are suffering from drought and famine? Every one of us should be grateful to what we are getting. Each and every devata are serving the Supreme Lord and giving activity to us. If my eyelids are shutting down and blinking, there is a scientific reason why, because of salinity, viruses won't enter. If the eyelid doesn't blink, it is not a good situation. The demigod by the name Nimi is responsible for the blinking of the eye. Vayudev is for smelling. So there are all the devatas who are providing so many facilities to all of us. So we should be grateful to all the demigods. So whenever we do the homums, so we will make a homum, we'll light a sacrificial fire, and we'll put ghee and say swaha. When we say that swaha, the demigods will accept. But to put the ghee should be very fine, very in good quality, not the ghees which we purchase in the retail markets or any puja stores. One should serve the cows and make the cow happy. When the happy cow gives milk to the calf, and remaining milk, if you extract it, and from the milk early in the morning in the Brahma Muhurta time, if you create the butter, and from that butter, if you prepare a ghee, such ghee should be used for the home. but not the cow. It is not the dalda or buffalo ghee which you are purchasing in the shops. If you extract this ghee and with the proper consciousness, if you do home and put and do swaha, that all the demigods will get the offerings. And if any demigod doesn't get the offerings, and if Varuna doesn't get offerings, he will stop showering. Like that, if any demigod is not satisfied, droughts and famine occur. That's why in olden days, the kings used to do so many yajnas for the satisfaction of the demigods. But what are our kings, present kings, doing? We have already stopped making all these homums. If a person is also doing any homam, there is no proper brahmana. If you can see, when a brahmana comes home, the entire homam should be done by only fasting. You should do fasting entirely, till the start till the end. The brahmana and the person should be on the fasting. But what is happening now? When the brahmana comes to home for a homam, first question he'll ask is tea ready? So he'll keep a mobile and discuss on the mobiles and do the homos. So there is no proper consciousness happening. So demigods are not getting the sacrificial offerings which we are doing. It's anybody is also doing. If at all the person is doing, it is not going them. That's why you can see so many droughts and famine. Sometimes there is no rainfall, or sometimes there is heavy rainfall because of this unhappiness in the demigods. Then the bull is asking, are you unhappy because such situation is going to come? Are you feeling compassion for the poor women and the children that have been left for unscrupulous men? See, now women are really abused. Women and children. We are. They no need to explain. This is self-explanatory. We are seeing how women are being abused outside. Dharma is asking, are you unhappy because women will be abused? See, this is being predicted 5,000 years back. Or are you unhappy to see how the goddess of learning is being misled by so-called brahmanas that are addicted all? See, who is the goddess of learning? Saraswati. She is the in charge of the education department. So she is giving all the learning to these brahmanas. So what are we using this learning for? What are we using the knowledge for? We are using this knowledge only for 4 things. Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maitram. Only for the 4 reasons we all are using this knowledge. So we are supposed to be like brahmanas. We have to get the Brahma Gyan, and with the Brahma Gyan you have to spread this Brahman Gyan to everybody. But we are not doing that. We are simply working in offices, in MNCs, day and night, and forgot what we have learned. So are you showing compassion? Are you showing compassion to these brahmanas who are misled because of their sinful habits? Are you sorry to see how the genuine brahmanas are forced to take shelter of the kings that no longer have respect? There are even in present day, there are many genuine brahmanas whose main quality is to spread this knowledge of Lord Hari. They are forced to work in our office. They are brahmana by nature, but they are forced to work because of lack of support from the kshatriyas, lack of support from the kings. Such administrative heads have come under the influence of Kali. So Kali Purusha has taken that influence. So that's why all this is happening. And thus state of affairs is all in disorder. What chaotic situation we are seeing is because of the administrator not taking proper care of genuine brahmanas. Are you unhappy because of this, or because of the general populace no longer? See how it is. 5,000 years back, it is saying that people are not following the regulative principles which are governing eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. People are doing all these 4 acts unscrupulously and unrestrictedly. O Mother Earth, the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna had incarnated just to relieve your burden. Now, being bereft of his absence, of his presence, are you remembering his transcendental? Now, Bull is coming to the point. Are you unhappy that Krishna has left this world? Are you feeling separation from Krishna? I think that powerful influence of time must have forcibly taken away your good fortune. When the Krishna was moving on this planet Earth, his lotus feet were touching the Mother Earth. So she was not in the separation of Krishna right now, till now. But when Krishna left this planet, she was feeling the separation from Krishna. Is it the reason why you are crying? Then cow replied, "Oh, Mother Earth in the form of cow replied, Oh, Dharma, you are also maintained on four legs by the mercy of Krishna. Only by the mercy of Krishna that the four legs are maintained, the reservoir of all good qualities, so that happiness spread throughout the universe. Lord Krishna has now concluded his performance of pastimes upon the earth, and in his absence, the age of Kali has spread its influence everywhere. Because of absence of Krishna, Kali Purusha has entered. Even Kali has his own, even by order of Krishna only Kali enters. But when there is absence of Krishna only, Kali can enter. When Krishna is present, Kali cannot enter. So when we bring Krishna into our lives, these effects of Kali Yuga will not come into us. Kali cannot stay in a place where Krishna is there. So that's why becoming Krishna consciousness is very important. When Krishna is with us, when we realize that Krishna is with us, then Kali cannot touch us. It is because of this that I am very aggrieved. Now this is the reason. Krishna has left and Kali is coming. That is the reason why I am morose. I am aggrieved. Parikshit Maharaj, we have seen that Parikshit Maharaj saw the cow beating. See, in Yamaraj, he has certain rules that he doesn't like the persons who is breaking these rules, or who is not following certain acts, which is do's and don'ts. When a person is not following the don'ts, Yamaraj will be more upset and he gives more punishment based on the categories. So the top two sins, which the second sin, top two sin is killing a Brahmana. If you kill a genuine Brahmana, then it is a glorious sin. That is a rank 2. Then what is the first sin? The topmost sin and every person should avoid. No, you should know all these things. Kicking a cow. If you kick a cow with your leg, Yamaraj will punish the soul like anything. He doesn't like a person who kicks a cow. Then see the situation of the persons who are maintaining cow slaughters. The person who has given the cow for slaughter, the person who has taken the cow slaughter, who is slaughtering the cow, and the person who is eating the cow meat, and the person who is sanctioned all these things, all are equally responsible. It's not that I'm not aware of all these things. Even everybody, that's why scriptural knowledge is very important. All these persons are severely punished, and when the soul takes in the next birth, and any bad thing happens in that next birth, why did bad things happen to me? That's the question. I am a very nice person, but what are the glorious things I'm doing? So all these things we'll see in the next detail next session. But everybody should see that cow is very happy. When the cow is happy, Krishna will be happy. Otherwise, everybody is going to be punished. So it is said that Sakala Devata, all the Devatas are sitting inside the cow. So such is, or if you worship a cow, you are worshipping all the demigods. So that's why people used to take care of cows earlier. So when I went to Vrindavan, I have literally seen, though the Rajavasis, we generally have a sitting room in the first, but they have a Goshala before. they used to take care of cows. Goshala was first, and then the rest of the home comes. So people used to take care of the cow as its family member. So Parikshit Maharaj also was seeing all these things. He was not able to tolerate this glorious person trying to kill a cow. So he went. So Maharaj Parikshit arrived at the banks of river Saraswati. There he saw the Shudra wearing the dress of a king. So this is the nature. A Shudra is wearing the dress of a king, administrator. That is how Kali looks like. The Kshatriya should rule a state or a country, but a Shudra in the form of a Kshatriya are ruling. Even Kali Yuga, Shudra Sambhava. All our administrators are more or less Sudras. So Sudras are behaving like a Kshatriya. So the Kali Purusha is also behaving like a king in the who is actually a Shudra. Was engaged in the beating the cow and the bull. The bull was white as a lotus flower, and he stood upon only one leg. The cow was bereft of his calf. Calves will be taken away. That is the nature of Kali. If you see the many people, many gosalas which others are maintaining, there is no calf there. They are selling the calves out of. Without calf, you cannot get the milk. So people are with artificial machinery, they are milking the cow. But this calf should not be separated from the cow. But that is happening in present day. With tears in her eyes, she was hankering for some grass. She was only seeing for some grass. Now the price of grass has grown up so much that they are unable to feed the cow with the grass. Cow should be fed with a nice greenery grass. Then only the cow will be very happy and gives nutritious milk. In the Sati Yuga, your four legs will be established by the practice of austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness. Now, however, three of your legs have been broken due to rampant irreligion. Because irreligion is going up, all these legs are being broken. You are standing upon the last leg of the truthfulness. This is the last leg in the Kali Yuga. So that's why Parikshit Maharaj was going on to reconquer, and he had a war with the Kali Purusha. He literally almost killed the Kali Purusha. The sword has almost come into the neck. One more inch, the Kali Purusha is no more. But Parikshit Maharaj stopped there. When Kali Purusha said, "Oh Raja, please listen to me." Then the Parikshit Maharaj stopped there. So what was our Kali Purusha saying? So every yuga is governed by a Yuga Purusha, some Purusha. So like Satya, all these things, they have their affecting persons. Kali Yuga is being governed by the Kali Purusha on the orders of the Devatas. Before going to further, Kiran Kumar Prabhuji has a question. Even if specifically protects cow, why he is not stopping all the harassment and killing of cows? Then how is it is justified that Krishna is protector of cow? Actually, I could not get the question properly. If Krishna protects the cow, why he is not stopping all the harassment? Is it what you are asking, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Actually, because we know that Krishna has special affinity
Yes,
for cows and he protects the cows wonderfully.
Yes,
Then
yes.
why he is allowing all this harassment and torture and killing of cows and not stopping it? Because he has so much affinity and special, importance he gives to cows.
Yes, what he said is correct. Krishna loves the cows the most. Then why he is not protecting the cows?
Yes, exactly.
So it actually, whatever the Kali Yuga is happening, it is also given by the Krishna himself. There are certain people, like if you see, why I need to go to a particular job? Because I like to do the particular job. Because I like a software company, I join in either TCS. Because I like TCS, I join in TCS. Or if I like this company, I like. So there are people who likes to do certain activities.
Yes.
And even Krishna also sanctions it. But he doesn't like it, he just sanctions it. Because they require some time to correct. So he will not force anybody. So he will create a separate world where all the people who likes particular thing stays there. So we all like Kali Yuga. That's why we are in Kali Yuga. It's as
Yes.
simple as that. So the nature of Kali Yuga should be such that the correction should be, this is a mode of correction as well. So in order to enhance the appearance of Krishna again, all these leelas happen because to advance the appearance of Krishna. Recently, 500 years ago, Krishna has appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This all literature was given. So that's why we have a big role to play. Everyone has to preach to your near and dear. You have to explain what is the benefit of cows. That is our duty. We have to do all of our duty. That is what Krishna actually sees. Krishna will
Yes.
always protect his cows.
Yes. Yes.
He will also protect us.
Prabhuji, is it correct to say that because it is said that if someone kills another animal, he will be killed by the same person in the next birth when he will become animal and that animal becomes a human being? So,
Yes.
so do we say, is it correct to think that all these cows who are killed now, they actually were human beings who killed cows before, so they are facing the same plight now as a reaction?
Yes, Prabhuji. If you read Bhagavatam or Bhavishya Puran, if you
Yes,
see
yes.
all Garuda Puran, you can see that there are description of hellish planets. So
Yes, yes.
one of the I do not know the name of the hell, but there is one hell where all these animals which are slaughtered here, even from the microbe, so they stay in that hell. In that hell, they wait for this soul to come there. When this soul comes there, they'll give the same amount of torture. Even in the hell, sometimes the karma carries over to the next life. The the animal becomes a human butcher, and this person will become an animal. So this
Yes,
cycle repeats until the person willingly stops that activity. Otherwise, this cycle continues. That's why
Okay,
we have
this cycle must be happening also on Earth only, not only on Hellish planet, no? Also
yes.
on
It
Earth
happens.
also it's possible. Yes, yes.
Yes, it's possible. Until that's why it says free will is there. Based on
Yes.
our free will, if you stop that activity, then the chain breaks it. The chain of samsara breaks it. That's why I was explaining the scripture session. It is called mamsa. Mamsa means eat me.
Yes, yes.
So person who is slaughtering was supposed to utter this mantra means today for sustenance I'm eating you. In the next life you become the butcher and you eat me. That is the whole concept.
Yes.
So Shastra explains all these things. That's why we should understand what is right and what is wrong in the eyes of the Shastras.
Okay, Bobby, thank you.
So this Kali Purusha said that, oh Raja, now is my time to appear. Now is the rule, my rule. I should rule this yuga right now. I am ordered for this. So how can you kill me? That was the question Kali put. Then Parikshit Maharaj, being devotee, understood this. Yes, there is a reason why such a yuga should happen. The people, there are certain people who likes the nature of Kali Yuga. They want all the quarrels and hypocrisies to happen. So that is why Krishna has designed Kali Yuga. Without any reason, Krishna doesn't design this. So there is a reason for Krishna to design such an activity. And also he knows that in the Kali Yuga, apart from the previous Yuga, the most easiest way to reach Godhead is chanting his holy names. Parikshit Maharaj knew that by chanting the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Do it 16 every day, 16 rounds. Read Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita daily. Your ticket to Goloka is ready. That Parikshit Maharaj knows. If people can achieve this by small act, why should I snatch that away? Parikshit Maharaj was so intelligent. So that's why he did not kill Kali Purusha. So then he said, you can govern your yoga, but you should stay only in this location where illicit sex, meat eating, gambling is happening, wherever these lies are, where intoxication is there. These are the 4 places I am allowing you to stay. But Kali said, in your kingdom, there is no place where such a situation exists, where there is no illicit activities going on, there is no gambling going on. So you have given me the blessing, but I do not have any opportunity to go there. So your blessing will go vain. So I need one more location where I can stay. Then Parikshit Maharaj said, you can stay in the gold. So gold is a place where Kali Purusha stays, because all the problem comes where the gold exists. Nowadays, there is no, we have some gold, but the money is the representation of the gold as well. Money, wealth is a representative of gold. So you can see so many lies are happening, so much gambling is happening because of the money, so much nonsense happening because of the gold and money. You can see the activities of Kali there. That's why one should be very careful with the gold. In traditional Vedic society, people also used to buy gold. People also used to buy gold on Akshaya Tritiya, but that gold was not purchased for ornamental purpose. That gold which they buy, they used to decorate their deities with that gold. They buy a chain, I'll do alankar to the deity. Buy a ring, give it to the deities. Suppose if a family is facing a financial crisis, they would go to the altar and beg to the Lord. Now I am unable to take care of the family because of money lack. I am taking as a loan from you, and I will repay you with interest again the amount. So they used to take the permission of the deities and take the gold, keep it to the goldsmith and take money, and after that again the gold was purchased, released and given to the deities. So deities were the only things were given, were decorated with the gold, not anybody else. But now we have removed the deities and we are trying to decorate ourselves with the gold. So one should be very careful. One should be very careful in dealing with gold money. This is the place where all the problem happens. So that is what it is explained all over here. He could live where gold was being kept. For in such places, there is invariably falsity. There is invariably, wherever the gold is, that there falsity happens, intoxication, lust, enmity happens. So many, because of you can see there are more property disputes, land disputes. Why is happening? Because the gold is present there. So till now we have seen the glories of Parikshit. He used to conquer. He conquered the entire planet. He was an able king who could stop Kali and entering into the kingdom. So that is the glorious nature of the Parikshit Maharaj. Then why did such a glorious Parikshit Maharaj went to the banks of Ganga? What incident made him to go there? So why Parikshit Maharaj went to banks? So one day he allowed Kali Purusha on all these 5 things, and he was continuing his journey further. So when he was continuing his journey further, he got thirsty. So he was very thirsty. He was wanting for a water. So when he went to Shamika Rishi Ashram, there was Shamika Rishi Ashram nearby, and he went for water. So when he approached Shamika Rishi's ashram, Shamika Rishi was in deep meditation on the form of Narayana. Shamika Rishi was a great devotee worshipping Lord Narayana. He was in a trance and worshipping Lord Narayana. When Parikshit Maharaj entered into this house and was asking for water, Shamika Rishi did not respond. So in this story, we also should learn how should we receive our guest. So should we, when a guest, what is happening in the present day, when somebody is putting a calling bell, mother is doing her activity, father is on the mobile, son is playing video games, and everybody asking, go and open the door, go and open the door, but nobody is opening the door. ultimately the person also leaves. So there is no proper etiquette which we are following present day to receive a guest. We should receive a guest, open the door. We should be presentable to the guest. Why are we not opening the door? Because we are in a wrong situation. We are in shorts. We are not in proper dress. So that's why we are not opening the door. First one, when we open the door, we should be able to we should be presentable to them. Our attire should be such that we should be presentable to whoever he may be. He may be a postman or a person or an emergency delivery boy, whoever he may be. We should treat him as a guest. We should be presentable to him. So open the door. When you open the door, you should not say, we will not directly say, hey, what do you require? You should bring him, make him sit in the couch, give him some water, ask him, how can I serve you? Not how, now we ask, how can you serve me? It's not the way. When a guest comes, we should say that, how can I serve you? In what way I can serve you? Then the conversation starts. That is how a guest need to be received. But imagine delivery boy, when he comes home, how many of us will treat like that? Even not me. Not anybody of us are treating. Just we are not allowing him to come. We are asking that agent to give our parcel to watchman and asking him to leave. So we should learn how respectful we should be towards our guest. So a king coming for water, but he has not got a proper treatment. So he got very furious. So what did he do after getting furious? So he took a dead skin and put on the Shamika Rishi. Those were the times when putting a dead snake is a very abominable act. Now we say we'll remove the snake out and we'll do our activity. Maybe we'll do our activity. But during that yuga, that was a gross insult which a person can make to a rishi. Shamika Rishi was a great rishi. Such is the act Parikshit Maharaj has done it. Then this Parikshit Maharaj placing the dead snake and left for his kingdom. And Shringi came. Shringi was a 5-year-old boy of Shamika Rishi. So he came to know all these events. So what have happened, all these things, he came to know. So he took a water and gave a curse. Oh king, oh Parikshit, the king, who has put a snake on my father, you will die with the snake in the coming 7 days. So, imagine a 5-year-old boy has such a great power, then how much power other practicing rishis have? That is the nature of the Brahmanas. That is the strength of the Brahmana. Why that strength has come? Because Brahmanas have followed that austerities. No meat eating, no illicit sex, no intoxication, no gambling. Because of all these austerities what they have performed, Brahmanas have such a great capacity. For them, for such Brahmana, Krishna resides in their heart. So Krishna in their heart reciprocates if his devotee gets any inconveniences. Krishna will not tolerate any person who creates ill to his. So that's why even a 5-year-old Brahmana boy could curse a person who is the ruler of this entire planet. His curse could come. So why such a situation happened? Parikshit Maharaj was dear to Brahmanas. He used to consult the Brahmana. Why did he perform such an abominable act? His guru is a Brahmana Kripacharya. Then he used to take guidance from him. If such is respect he shows to the Brahmanas, then why he disobeyed, disrespected this Shamika Rishi? It is said in the Shastras that there are two main reasons why Parikshit has to do such an act. The first one was it was the plan of Krishna so that Srimad Bhagavatam descends, and it is for all of us, for you, me, and all of us. Srimad Bhagavatam has to come into this planet. If Parikshit was not doing such an act, how could Srimad Bhagavatam come into this world? In order, as Prabhuji is asking, why did Krishna leave it? So, in order for all of us to learn what is right and what is wrong, so whom should we respect? How we should be respecting? In Bhagavad Gita, we have seen that Krishna is asking to do some activities and asking not to do some. He is giving a list of do's and don'ts. But how can we? How it is okay? You should do this. You should not do this. But if you have a role model, if you have any person who has already lived the life of a Bhagavad Gita, who has lived the life of Bhagavad Gita, then seeing their act, we will follow them. We generally take certain role models. We are not by ourselves. We have certain role models. We see our parents as role model. We see certain teachers as our role model. We see certain elders as role model. Seeing their glorious acts, we get inspired and follow in their lines. We will not imitate it, but we'll follow in the same lines. Every child follows their parents. Seeing the activities of a parents, the child gets nurtured. If a child is doing something mistake, it is to be known that parent is doing the same mistake. So we say that, okay, this Bhagavad Gita is there, but how can I do all these things? Is there any way? Please show me a way. How can this way happen? So Bhagavatam is the stories of all the devotees of Krishna who has lived the life of a teachings of the Bhagavad Gita. They have led the life of Bhagavad Gita. Seeing them, we will try to get them as role models and start implementing Bhagavad Gita in our life. That is why Bhagavatam has to come descend. It is the practical manual showing the lives of the devotees, how you should take. If you follow these instructions, if you follow how they are following, in every question, how it should be questioned, what is the mode of questioning, and whom to be partiate. If you know all these things, we can implement Bhagavad Gita in our lives very easily. So that is what the main plan for Krishna. Krishna has decided you try to use Parikshit. He is a devotee of Krishna. That's why Krishna could use him. Krishna could use Bhishma to teach a world a lesson that even though you are powerful, if you are on the adharmic side, you are bound to be failure. Krishna uses his most confidential devotees to perform such a lila. That's why Parikshit Maharaj also knew that Krishna has designed such a plan and it is happening according to the Krishna's plan. And not only that, Parikshit Maharaj has given a benediction that Kali should stay in the gold. And the king also wears a lot of gold ornaments. So when that, he's also saying that if you wear more and more gold, your intelligence comes down. You cannot take proper decisions. You cannot respect your elders. So that's why you should be very careful with your wealth. If wealth increases, that all the negative tendencies, all the sinful acts a person commits. That is what Parikshit Maharaj was also teaching through his own actions. So he has done mistake. So even the Brahmana boy has given a curse to the Kshatriya, a devotee like Parikshit. Now these two persons has understood what wrong they have done. They have understood what wrong they have done. So knowing what wrong we do is one step. So even that is a very difficult in this Kali Yuga. Knowing what wrong I am doing, getting that knowledge is also very difficult. in spite of getting that I have done something wrong, so what action are you going to take? We should be repentful. If you have committed mistake, we should be repentful for that mistake and plead forgiveness from them. So that even that Brahmana boy also done the same thing. So the Brahmana boy went to his son, his father, Shamika Rishi, and narrated what all has happened, what the curse he has given. Then Shamika Rishi asked, "Whom did you curse? Why did you curse and whom did you curse?" He said, "I have cursed that Parikshit Maharaj." Did Shamika Rishi support him? Support the boy? "Oh, you have done a nice job. You have cursed someone who has insulted me." He has not done that thing. He has not supported his son. He said, "Oh fool, what have you done? You have cursed the great king like Parikshit Maharaj. I should be cursed. A king is supposed to be a representative of Lord. If a king comes to my home, it is as good as Lord coming to my home. And I did not respect him. I am the one who should be cursed. Instead of that, you have cursed this great king. He is the one who is responsible for sustenance of the Brahmana, all this Vedic culture. If he is no more, where can we live? Who will take care of all this Brahmanical culture? Who will Vedic culture? What foolish act have you done? So Shamika Rishi was also he identified his mistake or not respecting a guest, and he took the blame on himself, and he did not support his son. And what did the Parikshit Maharaj do? Parikshit Maharaj is a Rajarishi. We should not forget that. He is a Rajarishi. He is a Rishi by himself. So he has all the powers to revert back the curse. He has every possible. He can nullify that curse. So a devotee of Krishna can nullify any curse. A devotee of Krishna can nullify any curse. Which anybody, if a devotee goes and a person, "Oh, you should be falling into the ocean." If somebody gives a curse, a devotee of Krishna can retract the curse back. So Parikshit Maharaj also has the great power. He can nullify the curse, but he did not do that one. So what did he do? He also came to know that this curse has come to me, and immediately he went to his mother Uttara. He he said that, "Oh mother, I am done in this life. I am done. In 7 days, I'm going to die. So I have a lot of questions. Before dying, I need to get answers for my questions. I am going on a pilgrimage in search of all these questions." So so he handed over his mother Uttara and his wife to his son Janmejaya. There is a lineage that has taken over after that. So he entrusted Janmejaya as a ruler, and he said, "Now it's my time. I'm leaving all this family for welfare in search of questions." So then, how did he go? He didn't go in a getup of a king. He went as a mendicant with only one gamcha, almost completely naked. And he went towards the bank, searching for answers to his questions. And he wanted to gain this self-realization before he wanted to die. So, as we said in the last session, every one of us will die one day or the other. We do not know when we are going to. Even Parikshit Maharaj knows maybe he has a 7 days time, but we do not know how much time. Maybe 7 seconds, 7 minutes, or 7 days. We do not know how much we are going to die. When are we going to die? So in the essence, he is saying that every one of us should look after self-realization. Every one of us need to understand who we are and act accordingly. Suppose if you say that tomorrow you're in, suppose if you go to any person and say tomorrow you're going to die, then immediately what happens? The person runs and wants to enjoy everything. If you go to YouTube and search what are 100 things you need to do before you die, you get a lot of nonsense things which you have to do. You have to visit this place, you have to visit this place. Imagine if everyone knows that tomorrow is the last day. If all the human beings are going to die tomorrow, nobody will go for self-realization. Every sin gets increases. Every person wants to enjoy their senses. Now is the last time. I need to enjoy more. I need to enjoy women. I need to enjoy all these things. Nobody is interested in self-realization. Here, Parikshit Maharaj is showing that before a person dies, he should know who you are and act according to that. That's why the Parikshit Maharaj has went into the forest and he also seeing for self-realization. He is asking many questions to all the rishis. There are many rishis. He asked all those things, but he could not get any answer. He was going on until he reached the banks of Ganga. So this is why Parikshit Maharaj went to Ganges, bank of Ganges. He was going to die in 7 days and he wanted his questions to be answered and he was searching for self-realization. So in the course of searching the self-realization, he went to the banks of Ganga. So next track is how and why Srimad Bhagavatam descended on this earth. Srila, you know that all this Vedic knowledge. In earlier, the Vedic knowledge was one full book, one big book, and Vyas know that these people of Kali Yuga are unable to understand all this big book. So he divided entire Vedic Shastras into Smriti and Shruti, and he is the one who has written everything. He has compiled everything and segregated for each and every kind of person. You can see there are persons who are in the mode of goodness. For them, there are certain scriptures. There are Rajoguna persons, and for them there are certain. So Vedavyas has divided all these Vedas into particular books where each and every person, according to their own consciousness, they can understand it. There are 18 major Puranas and there are 4 lakh slokas in cumulative of all those things. Do we have any time to read all the 4 lakh slokas and understand? We say that let me figure out by reading all the Shastras, let me figure it out what are the Shastras saying. We are worried about our materialistic life, working from morning to evening, maybe till night also. If you are working in an MNC, you are supposed to work even during the night times also. But do we have any time to read all these 4 lakh slokas and come to a conclusion? Bhagavad Gita is saying, Vedas sarver aham he vedyo. It is said that of all the Vedas, if you read all the Vedas, I am to be the known. If you do not know the summary of why you are reading the particular Veda, what is all the point in the reading? See, if anybody who have an habit of reading books, if you go to any book lover and ask how do you buy a book, he will say that on the back there is a summary written. So what is something about the author and something about what is the gist of the book. And the book lover reads that gist and understands that, oh, this book is going to give me this knowledge. So if I read, I am going to get this. So what is the summary of all the Vedas? If you purchase a Veda book, so what is the summary of all this Veda? It is said in the Bhagavad Gita, Vedas sarve aham me vedo. By all means of the Vedas, I am to the known. So there are other Puranas like we call Upapuranas, which are okay, but not so important. Like Narsimha Purana, Devi Bhagavatam, Parashara Purana. These are okay, but these are not much important Puranas. But 18 Puranas are major Puranas. Even if you don't read Upapuranas, it's okay. Nothing happens. Only certain things are there, but not even Sthala Purana. There, if you go to Tirupati, there is a Sthala Purana. We are supposed to go to Lord Varaha temple and then go to the Lord Venkateshwara. But what we'll do, we'll go to the Lord Venkateshwara. If you read the Sthala Purana of Tirupati, you will know all these things. But that's not a big problem. But understanding these 18 Puranas is a major important thing. But understanding 4 lakh slokas in this age of Kali, there is no way. We cannot understand all these things. So Veda Vyas compiled everything, all these things. Till now, he did not compile Bhagavad Purana, Srimad Bhagavatham. Except Srimad Bhagavatham, he has compiled everything. He has segregated everything for all these things. Imagine a person, if you lay all these Puranas on this in this surface of the earth, it will rotate for 3 times. It will cover 3 times. That such is a huge amount of knowledge which Veda Vyasa has compiled. He is a Satyavesha avatar of Krishna. He is empowered incarnation of Krishna. Such is the thing what he is doing. And after finishing all this, he is unsatisfied. If you deal with a complicated problem and you successfully completed the complicated problem, how much relief you should be. Yes, I have achieved this one. Nobody could achieve it. Yes, I could. We'll celebrate it. But what is Veda Vyasa doing here? He is not satisfied. And why he is not satisfied? He is saying here. Veda Vyasa said, I am feeling incomplete. There is something incomplete. Which Purana mentions about Swami Ayyappa, who is very popular? Actually, it is. I think most of the rituals, all the rituals which you see, is in the Skanda Purana. Skanda Purana is the biggest Purana. You can see how much is the Skanda Purana is around 81,000 verses, where all the Satyanarayana Ratham, all the Rathams, everything is there in the Skanda Purana. And also we have other Puranas as well, like Kurma Purana. Majorly, it might be, I'm not sure that he is mentioned it here, but surely he is mentioned here somewhere in Skanda Purana and Shiva Purana. About Ayyappa, Lord Ayyappa, it is mentioned there. The major thing we'll get it in all this about these demigods in the Skanda Purana. Actually, there is no mention about Swami Ayyappa in Bhagavad. There is no mention about Swami Ayyappa as a Bhagwan. Somewhere as a devotee he might have come, but there is no proper full mentioning about Ayyappa. He is also a devotee. He is also in Bhagavad Gita. It is mentioned that among of all the commanders, I am that Ayyappa. Ayyappa is a commander of the demigods. So he says in Bhagavad Gita, and somewhere it is mentioned about somewhere it comes and as a devotee of Lord Krishna. You cannot 100% find it. Maybe it has come and gone. You can see Markandeya there, but Ayyappa is not. But Ayyappa is not same as Kartikeya. It's not. Kartikeya is different. Ayyappa, Ganesha, and Kartikeya. These are the. They say that Ayyappa was son of Mohini Avatar, and yes, Ayyappa was the son of Mohini Avatar and Shiva. There is a mention that like that. These are the 3 sons of Lord Shiva. Primarily, when you go with the Shiva Purana, you will see about Ayyappa over there. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatham, just it may touch and go as a devotee of Lord Krishna, but there is no specific mention of Ayyappa in Bhagavad Purana. So Veda Vyasa said, I am feeling incomplete. There is some incomplete feeling. Though I myself am fully equipped, I am so empowered. I have written all these things, And this much amount of knowledge I have given, still there is some dissatisfaction. That this is the complaint. Imagine if you go to your boss. So what happens is, when that happened, when that dissatisfaction came, and he was sitting morose. So it is gone something bad. Okay, there is some problem in this. So when Vedavyas was sitting morose, in feeling incomplete, sage Devarshi Narada has appeared. His spiritual master Devarshi Narada appeared before him. And imagine you do all the hard work and go to your boss to submit all those hard work which you do, and your boss says, "You fool, you have done nothing. You have done all the nonsense in this. All the wanted things, you have missed all most important thing. What you have done is most useless." Imagine your boss says to you, if it is an office situation, "Hey you, how can you say that? I have done all this documentation. How can you say that I have not done it?" That is what we'll do in that regular in our office situation. But a sincere disciple, he was so humble before his spirit. "Yes, Guru Maharaj, I am incomplete. I have missed something. That's why I am incomplete. What wrong did I have done here? Please instruct me what I should do to make everything complete." That is the quality of a disciple and a spiritual master. When you go to a spiritual master, he knows he knows how to correct us. He is the one who can properly guide us. It is for our own benefit. If we surrender to such a spiritual master, we can be a successful disciple. We should be in such a state. When we approach our spiritual masters, we should say that, "Oh Guru Maharaj, I do not know anything. Please instruct me what I have to do." So that is the mode which we have to appear before our spiritual master. That is what Vedavyasa, even in Satyavesh avatar of Krishna, is surrendering to his spiritual master. So then Narada says that, "Okay, you have given all the Puranas, all the Vedas. It says how you should do this, all the karma kanda activities. So it is said that Krishna comes here, do something and goes. But where is the loving exchange between the Krishna and his devotees? You have mentioned that Pandavas are facing a problem. Krishna has come, Krishna has solved it and went. Pandavas are doing their righteous activities. So where is the loving exchange between the Pandavas and Krishna? If you ask anybody, what is the activity that your mother do? You may say, "Mother wakes up early in the morning, she cooks for breakfast for me, she prepares lunch for me, she packs all the things and makes me ready, and the night when it comes, she prepares dinner for me and we will all go to sleep." Is this the only thing that mother does? Is this the way we'll explain what a mother is to others? This is also correct. This is also a correct thing. But does they give any satisfaction? No. If anybody asks what is your mother doing, you will say that my mother takes care of me so much, so that she will prepare everything which I like, even though she doesn't like some items, but because I like, she prepares it. She doesn't repeat it every day. So she thinks that last week I had prepared this curry, this week I should not repeat it. My child doesn't like it like her. So she thinks everything. She sacrifices everything. So if you glorify that one, that is the ultimate glorification of mother. The remaining Puranas are glorifying Krishna in the same way which I said in the earlier. Mother comes, cooks and does. If I explain about my mother in such a loving relationship, that is called the Bhagavad Purana. The loving exchange which happens between Lord Krishna and these devotees are not visible in the other Puranas. That is what is lacking in you. That's why you are unhappy. So you have given certain activity for material gains. So you do this activity, you will get this material benefit. You worship him, you will get this material benefit. You have given all those things, but where did you give the love for Krishna? That is what is missing. That love for Krishna, loving exchange for Krishna is missing in all your Puranas. So that's now you write and exchange between Krishna and his devotees. That is what ultimate satisfaction. So that's it. Though you do many activities, many pious activities, if you forget Krishna in them, you will not get the ultimate happiness. You will feel that something is missing there. When you introduce Krishna into your pious activities, then you will feel the complete satisfaction. When everything is in the center of Krishna, that happiness comes. So that's why next Vyasdeva sat again, and he called Ganesha again. Oh Vinayaka, come again. Our job is not yet done. You have to. I will tell you again. We have to write about Krishna and his devotees. Please come again. If you go to Padrika Ashrama near Nepal, you can see there this Vyasa Gufa and Ganesh Gufa there. This has happened. You can see there the Ganesh Gufa and Vyasa Gufa. So this Vyasadeva again called Vinayaka and asked him, now pen down again. I will tell you about Krishna. You write it. So Narada said, you have not actually broadcasted the sublime and spotless glories. What is the spotless glory? There is one like a spot on a moon. There is a spot in all these Puranas. The spot is the lack of Krishna there, lack of loving relation. That philosophy which does not satisfy the senses of Lord is completely worthless. Which does not satisfy the senses of the Lord Krishna, it is worthless. It is said if you read Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said, Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhaktir Uchyate. If with our senses, if you satisfy the senses of Krishna, then the ultimate glory satisfaction comes. That is the actual bhakti. Bhakti means satisfying the Supreme Lord Krishna. So you cannot find this thing in any of the Puranas, any of the other Puranas. So that is what Narada is saying. Because there is a lacking. There is a spot in all Puranas. Now you should write a spotless Purana or Amala Purana. Amala. It is called no Mala in it. So Ganesha was called to write again. So who is Srila Sukadeva Goswami? So we have seen Parikshit Maharaj and Bhagavatam. So we have seen what should be spoken and to whom it is spoken. But who is speaking? Who is the speaker over here? Who is qualified to speak this Bhagavatam today? What is the glories of this Sukadeva Goswami? Srila Sukadeva Goswami is a person who had the Srimad Bhagavatam in the mother's womb. He is the parrot. If you see any Radharani holds a parrot. That parrot is called Sukha. That parrot come from the Goloka Vrindavan, has descended into this world as Sukadeva Goswami. As we all know that many of you know Chilakkotin Jampananda. So if a parrot bites a fruit, you are sure that the fruit is the most sweetest of all. If you find a fruit which is bitten by a parrot, you should immediately grab with any cost. Whatever cost that fruit may be, you should immediately grab because it is the most sweetest fruit of all the fruits in the tree. Parrot knows where to bite. So it will search for the sweetest fruit and it bites and leaves it. You should grab that fruit, and that is the most sweetest thing. So if any word is coming from mouth of such a parrot-like person, the words coming out of the word parrot is the most nectarian words, most sweetest of all the things. The ripened fruit is the most sweetest fruit. Such is the Srimad Bhagavatam. When that Knowledge comes out of from the parrot mouth of Sukadev Goswami. Sukha means a parrot. When such a knowledge comes out from his mouth, that is the most nectarian and most sweetest of all the Puranas. That is why it is called Amala Purana, most sweetest of all fruits. That is why Srimad Bhagavatam comes from the sweet mouth of parrot Sukha. It becomes nectarian. The same fruit becomes the nectarian fruit. And he is the person who is listening when Vyasadeva was writing this Bhagavatam. Vyasadeva was compiling this Bhagavatam. He, at the end of the day, he used to go home and to his wife, he used to say, the wife was pregnant, and he used to explain, so this is what I have written today. So this is nicely it has come. So this Vyasadeva was explaining to his wife all this. That thing was listened by Sukadeva, who is inside the womb. See, it says in the Shastras that 80% of your education, 80% of the education happens inside the womb itself. The nature of the child coming out is a product of the education happening in the womb itself. Even the scientists have said that child inside can understand and listen to the music which mother is listening to. That's why in the Vedic society, when a woman was pregnant, she was given a nice treatment. So that the woman is very happy and surrounded by Srimad Bhagavatam and glories of Krishna. So that such education goes inside the womb and person. Do you know how? You all know about Parikshit Maharaj has acquired all the knowledge about Krishna inside the womb. Prahlad Maharaj got all the knowledge when he was in the womb of Mother Kayadu. Abhimanyu, sorry, not Abhimanyu. It's Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu also got some of the artillery knowledge when he was inside the womb. Now you can see the Sukadev Goswami getting the whole Srimad Bhagavatam knowledge at the time of even before it come out. So if anybody says when is the right time to learn Srimad Bhagavatam, all this book, not at the age of 60. Yes, if you are starting right now, it's very well and good. But Srimad Bhagavatam and Puranas are to be learned right inside the womb. That's why a mother who is carrying should chant the holy names and should listen to the Srimad Bhagavatam. Then a nice devotee comes out. But nowadays, what is happening? Mothers are listening to horror movies or some other violent movies. No, it is no doubt that the children born out of the womb, are naughty and restless people, or demonic kind of people. That's why you can see the people. He may say that my child is so sensitive, my child is so hyperactive. Why this is coming? Because the mother is not in surrounded by proper consciousness. She has to go and work out and work even in the day before of the delivery. She submits a report in the office. She struggles in the office. She struggles here and there. That's why in Vedic society, people ask the woman woman should be very happy and surrounded by this knowledge, because all 80% of the knowledge happens in the womb of a womb itself. So here again, Vyasadeva was speaking the whole Bhagavatam, and the child was also listening to the Srimad Bhagavatam. So he said that anybody who is in this material world are to be shackled by these three modes of material nature. We have seen in the third session the three modes of material nature. It is binding every one of us, every person who is in the material world are to be captured by these three modes of material nature. This is the service of Mother Durga given by Krishna. Any soul coming out of the womb, immediately she captures in the three modes of material nature. This entire knowledge, Sukadeva Goswami was also listening. So then when after 9 months, that there is no delivery, the Sukadeva Goswami was not coming out. So when the wife went and complained to Vyasadeva, I said, okay, let it be. Now we will wait for some more time. So she waited for 10 months, 11 months, 12 months. 2 years has passed. This person is not coming out. 5 years has passed out. This Sukadeva is not coming out. Now Vyasa, hey, what is happening to you? You are supposed to come out. This is not the dharma of this planet. After 9 months, you should come out. And she is not able to hold you anymore. Please come out of this womb. You are supposed to come out. Then Sukadeva Goswami replied, I am not going to come out. If I come out, this material world will enshackle me. I am susceptible to these three modes of material nature. When we are susceptible to these three modes of material nature, Rajo, Tamo and Satoguna, we'll see everything as duality. Truth and false. Absence of truth is called false. Absence of light is called darkness. Absence of God is called the demon. So these are the dualities which we generally see. We say everything as same side of the coin. This is the duality which we see. Because of these three modes of material nature governing us, we are forced to see this duality. And Sukadeva Goswami says that if I come out of your womb, I am subjected to this duality and three modes of material nature. I am not going to come here. Because he is a parrot in the Golok Vrindavan. He knows what is there in the Golok Vrindavan and what is there in the material world. He has listened in the material world. So he was not going to come. Then Lord, even after 16 years, it has gone up to 16 years, that Sukadeva Goswami is not coming out of the womb. Now the Vyasadeva is very tense and he called, Krishna, you should do something. This boy is not coming out. Please tell him something that he may come out. Then Krishna personally came there, was talking to Sukadeva Goswami. Oh Sukha, please come out. You are supposed to come out. It has been 16 long years. You should not be staying here to such an extent. So again, Sukadeva Goswami says, no, I am subject to this material world, three modes of material nature, I am not going to come. So then Krishna said that, I will give you a benediction that these three modes of material nature will not touch you. Now please come out. So Sukadeva Goswami is the only person on this planet Earth who is now subject to the three modes of material nature. Everybody else was subjected to this material modes. So he was a spiritual person coming from the Goloka Vrindavan, staying there, personal interaction with Krishna, and when he came out, no modes of material nature touched it. He was not seeing any duality. He is not seeing Vyasa as father or mother. He has no duality. If you have duality, you will see mother and father, women and men. So these are dualities. But Sukadeva Goswami is above this duality. Even Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying, come from these three modes of material nature to Suddha Sattva. This is the state we should be all aspiring for. Traigunya Vishavedo, he says. You should be coming out of these three modes of material nature, O Arjuna. So Sukadeva Goswami was such a person who is above these three modes of material nature. And all these material activities have no effect on this Sukadeva Goswami. So what happened when Sukadeva, you know how a child skin is so tender. When child comes out, it is so tender, so soft, and so like lightning. So imagine a 16-year-old boy with same luster as the young man, boy. How beautiful he will be. He has a lotus eye, kind of eye. He is the most beautiful boy at that time. So immediately when he came out, he immediately started walking out. He immediately started walking out in search of the truth knowledge. So he has no dualities. So at that time, when he was passing by a village, there were women who were completely naked and went for bathing. They are completely naked. Seeing Sukadeva Goswami coming, they could sense his power, that he is not the person who sees a woman body or a male body. He is above all this. He sees Krishna in everybody. So they were not shy to cover their bodies because Shukadeva was beyond all these things. He is not after this lusty woman. He is not has lusty feelings. So these women know that by seeing his radiant face, they know that this person is not going to harm us or he is not going to see us as a woman. So they were not bothered. So this father Vyasdeva, when he was running back to catch his son, he also went to the same path. Then these women started covering their bodies. And Vyasdeva was, hey, what happened? I am the one who has written this Bhagavatam, and I am also above all these things. So why are you why are you covering your, till the time you have written Bhagavatam, you are above these three modes of material nature. When you finish this Bhagavatam, now you are able to see the dualities. Now you are identifying me as a woman and him as a boy. So you are susceptible to these material modes. That's why we are covering our bodies. That's how such is the nature of the Sukadeva Goswami. And the common people, this Sukadeva Goswami was not wearing anything. He was roaming here like a mendicant. These people, common people, were unable to understand the glorious nature of this Sukadeva Goswami, and they started to throw stones. They used to tie him to the tree. They used to drag him. They used to urinate on him. All the nonsense they used to do because they do not know what is the glorious thing. A learned person and the mad person both look similarly externally. Externally, the person who is knowledgeable and who is mad person, they look both same. But the person who is knowledgeable knows what is what. If this Sukadeva Goswami was coming into this IT area and sees skyscrapers, does he see skyscraper? No, he sees them as a tombs where dead bodies are there. He is aloof to all these things. So we, as a common person, do not know how glorious these persons are. Common people like us could not understand the state of consciousness a person, the Sukadeva Goswami is. He said that what is night for all beings is the time of awakening for all the self-controlled. And the time of awakening for all beings is the night of the industry. What is night for a spiritual is a day for a materialistic, and what is night for a materialistic is a day for a spiritualist. So what does this mean? It literally also means that a devotee wakes up early in the morning and sleeps early in the night, sleeps according to time. But a materialistic who is after the money or fame, he struggles and he sleeps in the morning and he wakes up in the night. The dead of the night, he also wakes up. Not only that, the devotee or an intelligent person is well receptive towards the knowledge. He is ready for gaining knowledge. He wants to come out of this ignorance. But a materialistic doesn't want to be self-realized. He wants to be in the same material platform. That ignorance is called the darkness, is a night. So a devotee wants to be in the light and the materialistic wants to be in the darkness. These two together cannot go at one pace. Suppose if you go to a movie, there are two lights. One light goes off and one light comes on. So the main light goes on and the projector comes up. You cannot have the two lights coming up. You cannot enjoy the experience. You cannot enjoy the movie when these two lights are there. So one light is materialistic life and one light is spiritual life. The light of materialistic activities should come down and spiritual activities increases. Spiritual and material you cannot be both spiritual and material, but you can use every material in a spiritual way. When you use everything in the service of Krishna, even the material becomes the spiritual activity. That is what the Bhagavad Gita 2.69 is saying. What is night for a devotee is a day for a non-devotee. What is morning for a devotee is night for a non-devotee. Person who is away from the self-realization. So you have finished this 4 tracks. Now you have understood who is Sukadeva Goswami. He is the only person who is above this material world, 3 modes of material. He is the person who can impart this knowledge to the Parikshit Maharaj. So what were the questions? So every person, every sage who are there has redirected the Parikshit Maharaj to get this knowledge from Sukadeva Goswami. So Sri Parikshit Maharaj asked these Brahmanas his questions. Everywhere, wherever he go and met Brahmanas, he used to ask these questions. So what are the questions? What are the logical questions he asked? The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the controller of both the transcendental and mundane worlds, has gloriously overtaken me in the form of a Brahmana curse. I got a curse due to my being too much attached to, because Parikshit Maharaj is saying that because I am too much attached to this family life, the Lord, in order to save me, has appeared before me in such a way, out of fear, I will detach. So, out of fear, I will detach. So, this is how Parikshit Maharaj is entirely dependent on Krishna. He is not blaming the Supreme Lord. Why did you make me like this? So, he is saying that in order to save me, Krishna has given me such a situation. So everybody, if we are going through a tough times, you should understand that Krishna is acting upon us for our own benefit. Parikshit Maharaj was hinting that to us as well. Next, O trustworthy Brahmanas, I now ask you about my immediate duty. Please, after proper deliberation, tell me the annular duty of all circumstances and especially of those who are just about to die. So, what is the active role? What is the immediate duty which a person needs to do at the time of death? So, he is asking on behalf of us. He is asking for all of us. So, what are the activities which we need to do at the time of death? This thing we have to understand. So, Parikshit Maharaj is he representing us himself as well. So everybody of us should be in the shoes of Parikshit Maharaj and question, one day or the other I am going to die, my relatives are going to die. So what are the duties I should do to be done before I die? So there in Srimad Bhagavatam 199 to 10, there are so many sages like Shavana, Bhrigu, Vasishtha, Parashara, Vishwamitra, Angira. There are so many rishis also assembled here. When they all got to know that this person is going to ask such a highest knowledge, and Sukadeva Goswami was going to reveal that why they were carried this message to everybody. Just like how this message has come to you, all of you, through WhatsApp, the most important, fastly, Vayudev has spread all this to all the planetary systems, and people from all the planetary systems, as a guise of a sages, are coming to hear this knowledge. There were also many other saintly demigods, kings from royal orders called Arunades. They all assembled to learn from questions from Parikshit Maharaj and answers from Sukadeva Goswami. Then this Raja Rishi, who is the owner of all this entire planet, everything happens by his own command. How is he approaching this Sukadeva Goswami, who is nothing but like a mendicant, who is nothing in his position except for Sri. Materially, Sukadeva Goswami is nothing, but spiritually he is the highest person. Materially, he is nothing. He is not even a cloth on his body. How did Parikshit Maharaj approach him? He surrendered completely. Oh Lord, oh Sukadeva Goswami, I do not know what I should do, what is right for me and what is wrong. What are the activities which I had to do at the time of death? This is how the disciple should be. That is what I have been saying. Tad vidhi pranipadena pariprasnena sena upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas. However knowledgeable a person may be, he should surrender to his guru. We should all remove all our knowledge which we have acquired. We have acquired from YouTube, cinemas. You should remove all this knowledge and surrender to a particular guru and acquire knowledge from him. and that person will reveal the knowledge to you. So this is the mood by which Parikshit Maharaj was inquiring his questions. See, Parikshit Maharaj asked the two questions which form the basis for Bhagavatam to be questioned. So what are the entire Bhagavatam was based on two questions which Parikshit Maharaj has asked. You are a spiritual master of great saints and devotees. I am therefore begging you to show the way of perfection for all the persons, and especially for one who is about to die. So what is the duty one has to do at the time of death? Please let me know what a man should hear, what any person should hear, chant, remember, and worship, and what one should not to do. There are some things you should hear, and some things you should not hear. What are those things? Please explain to me. These two questions form the basis for entire 18 volumes of the Bhagavatam. And said, fortunate King Parikshit, inquiring further, said, "O Brahmana, please describe in full detail how and where what is the mind control? We all have such a dirty desires. If everyone wholeheartedly explain what is there in our brains, nobody will dare to see our face again. We have such a lot of dirty desires in our brain." And Parikshit Maharaj is asking that, what should I do? Where should I apply my mind so that these dirty things are removed from the person's mind? So these are the basics for the Srimad Bhagavatam to be spoken. So this is why the Bhagavatam has come into our lives. So we are going to die, and we should know what should be done at the time of death. We should know what should we hear and what should we do not hear. Whom should we worship? Whom should we not worship? What name should be chanted and what name should not be chanted? And we should apply our mind. So where mind should be surrendered. That should be known. So we have seen Bhajapure mana. We have sung, right. We are telling to our mind that way, oh mind, please engage yourself in the service of Lord Hari. So what is the duty of our mind? That is revealed in Srimad Bhagavatam. So here I will in a bird's eye view describe you about the Srimad Bhagavatam, what is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. So first is about the creation. Create how the whole advent of Bhagavatam has come up, and you should see my favorite topic is how Dhritarashtra quits his home, how a person should retire. So there is a real story. There was a person who is 80 years old. There is a businessman who is 80 years old. Yes, he was still doing his business, and he was not giving the business to his sons. He was not letting. So what did the sons do? He called a Brahmana and asked him, do something. My father is not retiring. Please do something for him so that he retire and I will get the business. So what did the sage do? He has said that let me take him to Kashi. When he sees the Kashi, he will able to see the reality. So the sage took the old man to Kashi and he saw dead bodies being burned, and he was started crying. Crying, so crying. Now this Brahmana thought, yes, my trick has worked. So again they went back to their home, and when the sons asked, is there any change in my father? Yes, the trip to Kashi has worked. Now he's crying and crying. Then son said, okay, these things oh father, these things happen. We are there for you. You should know that everybody has to pass one day or the other. But what did the father say? I am not worried about this death. I am worried that I do flower business instead of doing a wood business. Wood has so much importance. Everybody dies every day. So if there is a great demand for that wood. So why didn't I not invest in wood business? So people are not ready to retire. Even after retirement age, people are ready to work. So one should know when one should retire, and after retirement, on what things you should concentrate on. Everyone should understand this story. This story about Dhritarashtra quitting home, Pandavas quitting home, clearly gives an idea that when a person should retire and what we should do at the time of retirement. The second is the cosmic manifestation, the whole process of creation. We all see that Big Bang theory, we are struggling with the Big Bang theory. We are inquisitive. How this world is created? What is the purpose of this creation? How is it created? The process of entire creation of this material world. The entire 14 planetary systems, which you are knowing, how it is created, why it is created. These details are there in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2. In the third canto, we can see many prayers of, you can see how time is calculated. All the details, entire time calculation, division of time is there in the third canto. And the pregnancy of Diti, what happens inside the womb, even the doctors are struggling to know how much detail the Srimad Bhagavatam is giving. They are referring to Srimad Bhagavatam for their embryology research. The entire embryology is there in the Srimad Bhagavatam canto number 3. And a person who is going to marry, all are married here. How a wife and husband should behave, what are their roles, that how a wife should approach a husband, and what is the role of a husband towards his wife. That things, if you read the story of Devahuti and Kardama Muni, there is no other marriage counseling required. No marriage counseling is required. If a married person reads this, they know what are the roles of a husband and a wife, and what are the roles of a son even. What kind of a son he got, Devahuti got. She got Krishna incarnated in the form of Kapila. Such is the nature a husband and wife should be. The creation of the fourth order. So here also, if you want to know, inquisitive of, if you have any person have a lusty desires, if you want to learn about the science of the soul, a beautiful story of King Puranjana. If you read the story of King Puranjana, all the lusty desires towards a woman gets eliminated. We'll start seeing each and every woman as our mother. In our society, we see each and every woman, a woman except wife, as a mother. Wife will be treated as wife, except even a small kid, will treat them as Mataji. So, such is the culture. Srimad Bhagavatam, through the story of Puranjana, it is given. There are many many stories of king and high philosophy, highest spiritual knowledge was discussed between King Rahugana and Jadabharata. What knowledge is being discussed? Entire science of self-realization knowledge. Entire knowledge is being revealed by these two persons, Jadabharata and King Rahugana. And also you can see what are the movements of the sun here. There are orbital movements of the planets. All the geography also is there. Even after reading this, especially 5.21, the movements of sun, I have physically seen the movements of the sun, and it is as per the scriptures. What does the Srimad Bhagavatam says? It is visible to me. Through the movements of the sun, I could see, yes, this knowledge is exactly right, what he's saying. That knowledge is not there in the material geography. Entire geography is there here in this. The sixth, what we are all, you say that mankind, humankind. What are the duties of a human being? What are the duties of a man, woman, in every person? That are clearly explained in Srimad Bhagavatam 6th canto. The seventh, the science of God is shown here. And eighth, how the cosmic manifestation closes out is shown in the 8th canto. And 9th canto, how after all the things, how the liberation happens. All those things are available in this. Even the story of Parashurama is also what if we read, we'll get more knowledge about why Parashurama has to behave in such a way. Now 10th canto is the most confidential thing, Samam Bonam. It is said that Acharya said that this same 12 volumes of 12 cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam are Krishna himself. The first canto is the lotus feet, the next is the knees, thighs, waist, navel, and finally the eyes. Even the mode of worship, if you go to a darshan, one should first see the person in the lotus feet. We should see the lotus feet, then knees, then waist, then navel. Ultimately, you have to come to the face. In the face, you have to see the lips. When you see the lips, ultimately you come to the eyes, and then you see the crown. It is this is the procedure which we have to follow in order to if follow this and see how different it will be. But generally we'll directly see the face. That is not the way you should go for a darshan. You should see the lotus feet, slowly come up to face, and ultimately you have to see the lotus eyes. That is the way you have to see how the darshan. The eyes of the Krishna are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, canto number 10. That's why Acharyas asked, you should, without reading 1 to 9 and some portion of 10, you should not go with the Ras Leela of the Srimad Bhagavatam. You should not jump directly into that. You can jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can go 11, 12. But without completing 1 to 9, you should not read 10th canto. After completing all the 9 cantos, you should read 10th canto. That all Acharya says that. Then only you can release what is happening in that. Otherwise, it is very difficult. You will be in the wrong illusions as well. So, 11th canto gives a general history, the lineages of all those things, all the what is how practically this devotional service should be applied. What is this Gnana Yoga? What is this Bhakti Yoga? All these Yadu dynasty appearance and disappearances, all those things are given in the 11th canto. 12th canto is the shortest in the by number of pages and the size of the book. Is the smallest canto. It gives a glimpse of the Bhavishya Puran and gives what are the degraded, what are the dynasties in the Kali Yuga. Here it is mentioned about Chanakya Pandita and Chandragupta Maurya. The last possible king was the Chandragupta. Till the point of Chandragupta and Chanakya, it was mentioned in this 12th canto. So how it is Maharaj Parikshit passes away. So this gives the entire predictions about the Kali Yuga. How Kali Yuga is looking like. This is the 12th canto. This whole gives a picture of Krishna. When this Srimad Bhagavatam is in your home, it is as good as Krishna sitting in your home. It is as good. If you don't have any deities, no problem. But having this 12 cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam in your home is as good as Krishna sitting in your home. So what are the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam? So currently, this Srimad Bhagavatam was translated into practically every language in the world. Whatever language you have in this world, you can find a Srimad Bhagavatam in that language. Even some devotees went to remote location of Africa. I don't know that I don't pronounce that language name. It is unheard of. Even Srimad Bhagavatam was translated into that language. Each and every possible, Oriya, Telugu, Hindi, Kannada, Tamil, everything, Arabic, Urdu, everything, in every language, this Srimad Bhagavatam was translated by devotees. So there are other almost things are with it. There are 18,000 verses and 20,000 plus pages in this transcendental literature. Yes, it takes for us, if you read 10 pages a day, 15 to 20 minutes, we have 24 hours. Can't we allocate 15 to 20 minutes of our day to just read what is there in this Srimad Bhagavatam? If you read 10 to 20 minutes, you will cover 10 pages. And if you cover 10 pages, you will finish entire Bhagavatam in 5 years, provided you are strictly doing it regularly. Regularly, if you do this, you can complete entire Bhagavatam. Yes, I can say, I have completed a literature. I am a great literature I have completed in this in my life. It takes just 5 years. Can't we give 15 to 20 minutes a day? Can't we spend a day? It is possible, provided we are regulated. Srimad Bhagavatam is called Amala Purana because it deals with universal. All the highest answers which we have, all the highest questions are answered in this. That's why it is called Amala Purana. Srimad Bhagavatam has the most standard Vedic Sanskrit and cannot be found. This Sanskrit cannot be found in any other scripture. Any other scripture. The Sanskrit inside this Srimad Bhagavatam, every Sanskrit word is given in a meter. We'll sing that words. We'll not mug up the words. We'll sing that. Like Dehino asmin yata dehe kaumaram yavanam jara tata dehantras praptir tirastatra namuhyati. Like another way. Karpanya dosho pahatasvabhava prachami te tarma sammuda cheta yashreyan bhuvitanme. This is how we'll sing a Sanskrit verse. We cannot say Dehino asmin yata dehe kaunam. We'll sing that. Every verse has a meter. But in Srimad Bhagavatam, you cannot capture that meter. There are various meters for each and every verses. Many different types of meters are used in Srimad Bhagavatam. It is said, anyone who seriously tries to understand Srimad Bhagavatam, who properly hears and chants it with devotion, you will always going back to Godhead. Your ticket to Goloka will be Pakka. You will get a ticket. Example, this is a practical example I am showing. What is the duty of a parent and what is the glory of the Srimad Bhagavatam are directly available in this practical example. Here, she is Her Grace Arudha Mataji. When she was young, when the kids were very young, she went to her Guru Maharaj and asked, please give me an instruction what I should follow. Her Guru has given instruction that teach your kids Srimad Bhagavatam. Teach your kids Srimad Bhagavatam. And she took the words very seriously and she taught Bhagavatam to the kid. Two kids. Two kids were amazing devotees, and one of the kid was His Grace Radhika Raman Prabhuji. He entirely learned history from Srimad Bhagavatam, English from Srimad Bhagavatam, biology from Srimad Bhagavatam, geography from Srimad Bhagavatam. He also became a devotee. You know, he is the young, in the face of this planet, he is the youngest person to hold a PhD degree from Oxford University. At the age of 17, without any primary education, only education was Srimad Bhagavatam. He got a PhD degree from Oxford University at the age of 17. Such is the capacity of this Srimad Bhagavatam. You will become a very capable person when you read this Srimad Bhagavatam. You will become now he gives an amazing lectures. If you go to YouTube and see lectures from Radhika Raman, you will get an amazing lectures. He will give lectures in TED Talks. He even addresses a team of doctors on embryology because all those things he has learned from Srimad Bhagavatam. Many philosophers, many scientists come to listen to his talks. Such is the glory of this Srimad Bhagavatam. Such is the role a parent should give. Every parent should give to their children. The knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam, everyone should give this knowledge to their children. See here, he is our founder Acharya, Srila Prabhupada. What is he doing? He is pleading us, all of us, please take this Bhagavatam and read every day. Imagine any person who has done all these things. He has compiled, he has translated this to the language, given this Bhagavatam to all of us, and he is pleading, take this knowledge. This knowledge is available. Please take and read it. Who is there? Who is except from him? Who is other person who is begging to all of us? Read. I have this prasada. Take this prasada. I have this book. Take this book, and you are the benefit. I'm not going to benefit. It is you are going to benefit. It's for your benefit. I'm giving this. Please take it. Who is except for Srila Prabhupada? I think there is no other person who is so humble as that. See here in this video, if you can see, are you able to hear these words? So here, what Prabhupada is doing, then the last stages of his Leela in his material world, when he is about to go off, I will stop it for here. So even in the coming next 2 days, he is going to leave this planet. Even at the last stage, he is translating Srimad Bhagavatam for all of us. He is giving the ultimate knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam to each and every one of us. Is there any person who has done such a miraculous, wonderful job? Even you can see any old man in the last stages, he is unable to speak. He sits on the bed and do all the time pass and leaves the body. But even in that last stage, last breath, till the last breath, Prabhupada was translating Srimad Bhagavatam it is for the benefit for all of us. He is taking all the pain only for all of us. So how can we repay to him? Saying thank you is also a very small thing. How should we repay to him? He has given all this knowledge. Even Krishna has given how in Srimad Bhagavatam how we can repay it. How can Krishna is saying, how can such persons be rendered ultimate service by explaining the path of self-realization? So how can we repay to him? When we give this Srimad Bhagavatam to all of us, when we give this knowledge to each and every one, if we are grateful to what Srila Prabhupada is doing for all of us, we should broadcast this message to each and every person whom we are meeting. That is the only way we can give satisfaction to this noble person, Srila Prabhupada, and whose explanation are given for our enlightenment. Such great, for complete conviction, Vedic evidence be repaid, except by take a water, wash your hands, give a namaskar to them. Only that thing we can do. Such great person can be satisfied only by that. They are self-satisfied. They are satisfied by their own deeds. We cannot satisfy them. We cannot repay them. It is by their unlimited. What is the difference between daya and mercy? We have seen daya and mercy. The daya means to the limited persons. I am acquainted to only few people. I will share knowledge with only thing. So that is called daya. Only it is limited to only limited person. But mercy means I am incapable. Had I not been touched with this Srimad Bhagavatam, I would have been roaming outside. But the moment the Bhagavatam entered in my life, it has transformed me. So what qualification do I have? I don't have any qualification. I am a very average student. If you see my progress reports and compare your progress reports, I am a very average student, 50 to 60% candidate. Very average student. If I can read all the Srimad Bhagavatam, why can't you read the Srimad? You all are capable of reading Srimad Bhagavatam. It is possible. We don't have, you don't have any qualification. Still, Krishna is choosing us to read. That is called mercy. He is asking, you can read it. You read it, you are coming back to Goloka. That is what Krishna is saying. That is called mercy. Even though we are ineligible, Krishna is showering his love towards us. That is called mercy. So, we have seen all this Srimad. So, what is our sincere request and prayer? There are many families sitting over here. What is our say? You reserve Srimad Bhagavatam set now. This is the holy month of Bhadrapad. This is the holy month of Bhadrapad. These are your Srimad Bhagavatam right now. So here you can see. You can buy Srimad Bhagavatam even in Amazon or Flipkart. You can get this almost practically at the same price. But taking from a devotee's hand transforms you. I am not a devotee, but Radheshyam Prabhu, he has dedicated his life for the service of Krishna. He is the eligible devotee. He is one of the eligible devotee. He signs. He gives a personal prayer to all of you on this book, as a Bhagavatam book, and distributes it to you. So it says, what is the glories of this Bhadra Purnima? If on the full moon day, on the month of Bhadra, one places a Srimad Bhagavatam on a golden throne and gives it, even if you give it as donation. Highest form of charity is charity of knowledge. If you decide to give this as a gift, don't think that other person will not read it. No, I don't. Try. You can give a gift to your relatives. You can give a donation to a temple. If you do such a thing, if you buy, read, donate, gift in whatever form this Srimad Bhagavatam you are interacting with, your ticket to Goloka Vrindavan is confirmed. This is what is said in Srimad Bhagavatam itself. 12.13. If anybody installs this Srimad Bhagavatam on this Bhadra Purnima, his ticket is confirmed. So whatever I request you can see a contact over in the pamphlet. There is a devotee by name Murli Gopinath Das. He is from ISKCON Abids. You contact this. He is a person who is coordinating all this Bhagavatam. You can contact him. He will give you all the details how you should acquire it, and he will reserve the Bhagavatam set for you. You can choose any Bhagavatam, any language of your choice. Give details to him. Pay the requisite amount, about 6,000 rupees. Telugu set costs about 6,000 rupees. Hindi costs about 5,000 rupees. We purchase lots of mobiles for 15,000, 20,000 mobiles. Shirts cost 5,000 rupees. So reserve your Bhagavatam set and the name of your beloved persons, or you can donate it for whatever you are doing. Please inform to him and get your Bhagavatam set books ready. And Radhesham Prabhu is going to do a virtual kirtan, and he will install this Srimad Bhagavatam. He will write a prayer to you, and he will give you this Srimad Bhagavatam on that day, and it will be couriered to all of you. So take one for yourself in a language you like to read. Take another one for your parents in your. So I have my English. I purchased for me. My brother gifted Srimad Bhagavatam to me in English, but my parents read mostly in Telugu. I have purchased a Telugu. I have both English version and Telugu version, and I have gifted again another to my brother. Even Prahlad Prabhu, who is the father of Ganesh Prabhu, he has taken Srimad Bhagavatam in English. He distributed one Bhagavatam set to. Yes, Prabhu. Go ahead, Ganesh Prabhu.
Nothing, Prabhuji.
Yes. So it is, the Bhagavatam is available in his house, and Prahlad, he even connected Anita Mataji. He sold Bhagavatam to Anita Mataji. Prahlad Prabhu has sold one set for Anita Mataji. All the people are, many of the who are having Bhagavatams also. Open your Bhagavatams. If you don't have any, get one for yourself and one for your parents. If you read Telugu, take Telugu. No issues, no problem. It is personal copies. If you want to give donation to any able persons who are unable to take it, you can support them in their taking. So these are the highest form of charity. This is happening. So what are the benefits? As a couple, you will get a good habit of reading together, improve heart-to-heart connection. When God is the center, heart-to-heart connection happens between the two couples. There is no question of divorce happening. Your kids will benefit. I have seen a 2-year-old kid is giving the Srimad Bhagavatam class. Do you imagine? A 2-year-old kid is giving the class on Srimad Bhagavatam. If you open the book and read it to your kid, there is a lot of psychological development that is happening inside it. All the nonsense electronic gadgets, they throw it away. They understand what is the ultimate goal. they become the proper citizens. Parents will get, in the last stages of their life, give a Bhagavatam to them. Give a Bhagavatam to them. They will benefit. I know my Shiksha Guru, his father, his parents, his father is 75 years old. Imagine a 75-year-old today. He is sitting in the corner. But he finished the entire Bhagavatam in 2 years. He has completed the entire Bhagavatam, page to cover in 2 years. And now he restarted and reading the entire Bhagavatam. Again, he's making the entire notes, and he is in the 10th canto right now. He is 75 years old. Then he said, "Thank you, my son. You have what I don't know what you would have given me. Before I died, at least I could finish a higher scripture. Thank you, my dear son." Now he is an initiated devotee. His name is Namakeshwar Prabhu. He is an initiated by His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj at the end of 75 years. If a 75-year-old person can do it, if a 2-year-old person can do it, why can't we do it? Provided if you do regularly or do it. Then I wake up early, do my sadhana, and read half an hour, at least half an hour. I make sure that at least half an hour I read the day Srimad Bhagavatam. Then my day starts. You can see the amount of transformation that happened with you. It is not I or somebody else. You can see practical transformation in you. I request every one of you, take this opportunity of Bhadrapada Purnima, contact this Murli Gopinath Prabhu and reserve your sets, or your sets for your relatives, sets for your donation. Come up. This is the highest service opportunity which is given to you. Distribute Bhagavatam sets. Then Prabhupada gets very happy. Don't think that my father doesn't read, my relative doesn't read, this person doesn't read. Buy a Bhagavatam and give it to him. One day or the other, it will transform that person. So, if at all if you are willing to do that, please give an information that you are ready to take it, and you contact. I will send you this number in the WhatsApp. You contact them and get it delivered. Suppose it is 2nd September is too near to me. I cannot afford such an money, or I cannot afford. Then in the month of December, after in the month of Kartik Mas, like October and November, we again had another opportunity to take this Srimad Bhagavatam from the hands of Radhishankar. So those details at the during book marathon we do generally in the December. For Gita Jayanti we'll do book marathon. The details are not yet come out, so we will discuss about in the later stages how that. But take an opportunity right now. There is a right opportunity. This is the ticket for you Goloka. 6,000 rupees it takes for you to go back to Krishna. Imagine how much. If you go from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, it takes around 10,000. But going back to Goloka Vrindavan and playing with Krishna takes you 6,000 rupees only. Just your intent. So here what I am requesting is, take a Bhagavatam set in your own language, gift it to your relatives or any other persons whom you think. Encourage them to take one. You can call your contacts and ask them to take one Bhagavatam set, or you can donate it to the needy persons. If you are this is a small request. What Prabhupada also made: distribute my books. Distribute my books. If you got any time, this is the ultimate service which we can do to our Guru. So all of you take a pledge right now and decide to take a Bhagavatam set. This is the humble request from the parampara which I am representing. Only This is the request I can make. Ultimately, it is up to your choice whether you can take up this Bhagavatam or not. Please, everybody, take this opportunity. So, is there any doubts at this point of time? Can you, before I wrap up this session, do you have any clarifications required? Shairida Mataji?
Prabhuji, have this Bhagavatam set. I have purchased long back, 3 years back itself I have purchased.
Yes, Mataji.
I have distributed many means for any occasion. I distribute Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam as per my convenience.
Hari Bol, Mataji.
Always I do that. I always buy and keep it in my
So
house.
this is another opportunity for you. This is another service opportunity for you to take up.
Usually in December we have that book mela, so always I buy from ISKCON. I think we have bits.
During the month of December, we'll do the book marathon, where we'll get all the books and distribute, sell outside. So another opportunity is on.
I'm not telling Prabhuji. I'm just giving as a gift to whomever. Means if they call me for any function, I am gifting them Bhagavad Gita.
Yes, this is also one of them. Some ena kena prakarena. That is the motto. Ena kena prakarena, Krishna has to enter into other house. That is our motto. It is not about 6,000 rupees. We are not after 6,000 profits. This ultimate knowledge should come into your houses. So you have all the time. So you decide. You are more senior to all of us in this book distribution. You have to lead this book distribution from now.
Sure, I'll try my level best.
Yes.
By Krishna's grace.
With the Krishna's grace, at least one. If we are doing it, if we are sending one outside, our life is successful.
That is true.
Any questions, Kiran Kumar Prabhuji, at this point?
No, Prabhuji, no questions from me.
Hare Krishna Ram Brahman Prabhuji, any questions or clarifications or any pledges that you have to take at this point of time? I will share you the details of this Bhadra Purnima, this entire pamphlet to you. You can, what you can do is just inspire one devotee to take this book and link with this Murli Gopinath Rao. This is all the service at present right now, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Kiran Kumar Prabhuji.
Prabhuji?
You can inspire anybody.
Yes, sir.
For this, you can inspire any person to take Bhagavatam sets and link them to this Murli Gopinath Prabhu. So he will take up all the orders for Srimad Bhagavatam for Bhadra Purnima.
Sure. I will try my best.
Yes, sir.
Sure, Prabhuji. Sure.
So if there are no clarifications required, so we'll end up the session with a Narasimha Pranama. Namaste Narasimhaya Prahaladaladaini Hiranyakashipurvakaha Silakankanakalaye Ito Narasimha Parato Narasimha Yeto Yami Tato Narasimha Bhavir Narasimho Hrudaye Narasimho Narasimha Mari Sharanam Prapate Tava Kara Kamala Varenaha Adbhuta Sringa Dalita Hiranya Kashipu Tanubringa केशवदीता नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव कर कमल हरे नहा अद्भुत श्रृंगार दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु अनुवृन्दा केशवदीता नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि जय नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट ओम विष्णुपद परमहंस परिविजाचार्य स्तोत्र श्री श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस एसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत जय गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय वृंदावन धाम की जय मथुरा धाम की जय नवदीप धाम की जय जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय गंगा माई की जय यमुना माई की जय तुलसी देवी की जय भक्ति देवी की जय संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय ट्रांसलेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories. Thank you, everybody. The more essence is even the entire instruction of Srila Prabhupada was, if you have time and money, please distribute my books. This is the main instruction of the Srila Prabhupada. Distribution of the books is the most, and ultimately, Srimad Bhagavatam is the highest of all the six. So, let us try it. If you try sincerely, it might happen, but even if it doesn't happen, don't worry. Let's try to distribute this Srimad Bhagavatam. Next session, next Sunday, we'll be seeing the most important topic on karma, the laws of karma. It is split into two sessions. The first is why do bad things happen to good people? This is everyone's question almost. Why is bad thing happen? Even though I am good, why is this happening to me? What is this karma? We will be seeing in the next Sunday session. Please, all of you join at the same time. Thank you, Sailaja Mataji, for joining. Thank you, Ganesh.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to the Vaishnava Vrindam.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Kiran Kumar Prabhuji, for joining.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Ganesh Prabhuji, for joining. Thank you, Ram Brahma Prabhuji. Thank you, Ram Brahma Prabhuji, for joining. Thank you, Shravani Mataji, for joining. Thank you, Sukrut Prabhu, Mautika Mataji, Kalyani Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, all of you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji, who is speaking?
No, Prabhuji, I was telling Hare Krishna.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you.